What's up, guys? I'm back. What's going on, everybody? I'm here to answer your fancy Q&A. I'm only focused on that today, and then I got to head to this game myself. I'll answer questions about DFS. I'll answer questions about your season-long fantasy lineup. Overall, from the standpoint of a panic, it's week one. You drafted your guys. Unless you had a major injury, you shouldn't be in a panic. Like, play the guys you drafted. That's the impact. That's the big indication I'm giving you guys right now. You just need to pay the guys that you drafted. Bottom line, just play the guys that you drafted. Because if you don't have faith in the guys that you decided to draft, shame on you. From that standpoint, so you play the guys that you picked up. So if you're gonna give me, folks, unless there's only a few players where we can have that discussion. Like if you lost Gus Edwards, we can have a discussion about Tyson Williams. And then maybe if you ask me questions about Tyson Williams, whether should I play Tyson Williams or this person, I'll be open to that. Because the Tyson Williams situation, the running back situation in Baltimore is super fluid right now. They've signed 4 running backs over the past week, and they still got a rookie. And I think the rookie is going to get the opportunity to – well, he's not a rookie anymore, but I think the kid's going to get the opportunity to go. But before I get to the questions in the chat, make sure you like, subscribe, and become a Patreon, man, because I'm going to do more fantasy things. I'm going to do a waiver wire show exclusive to the Patreon subscribers. Eventually, this is going to end up in a paywall. I'm just going to answer the questions in the Patreon. But I will be answering the questions that you guys put in the chat today. But before that, I'll go through the questions that I gotten in the Patreon so far. Somebody asked, shout out to Eddie. Somebody asked, Swift, Sanders, Najee, and Mike Davis, they need one for a PPR league. And it's obvious, Najee Harris, he was the highest ranked guy you got. The fact that you got those plethora of choices, I think Najee's got the best situation. If you want me to rank them, I would say Najee, Mike Davis, Miles Sanders, then Swift. I think Mike Davis pretty much has the load from that standpoint, so I would roll with them. Corey Davis or Damian Harris, edging toward Harris, and I agree you should go with Harris, Perf. Corey Davis should get a lot of work today, but with Crowder out, if the Panthers were smart, they would double Davis, but that'll just give the love to Elijah Moore from that standpoint, if they were smart. But I have a feeling that Davis is still going to get his. But I still say Damian Harris because you know what his role is. Debo, Callaway, or Cup need one PPR. Don't get too cute. Play Cup. That's who you drafted higher. So I'm going with Cup. Let's see. All right, so we'll wait for some more questions to come out. But in the chat, we got, should I start Javonte Williams, Odell, or Marvin Jones as my flex? Javonte Williams. Odell might not play today. There's talks that they're going to try him out. It's a late game. So it'll be at that point, if you really want to pay Odell, you can wait it out and see. But I think because Odell could be in a shootout situation, but I don't know if I want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So I'm rolling with Javonte Williams. Marvin Jones is interesting, but we don't know what Jacksonville's going to do with those receivers. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Pancake. I'm doing good, man. I mean, I'm feeling good about the game today. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, you're right, Slim. They're not gonna double Corey Davis. I mean, if you want to shut down the pass, though, I mean, their receivers are not to be desired, so to speak, in New York. Corey Davis is not that bad either, man. He's not a slouch at wide receiver. I mean, Saquon was ultimately about where you get him. Like, if you could get him at the bottom of the first, it's worth the risk, in my opinion. I mean, I had Jonathan Taylor, I had Austin Eckler ahead of him, right? I mean, shoot, you want to keep it a buck. Some folks might say that Ezekiel might have been a risky pick. He's splitting the work with Pollard. You know, Saquon. Depends on what your options are. If you want to sit Saquon, man, I'm playing him. Like I haven't pulled the trigger on benching him yet. Lockett or Allen Robinson. Boy. Give me Allen Robinson there. Because Lock is more of a boom and bust play. I typically want to go with the guy with the higher floor. So give me Allen Robinson. Or if it's Jane Robinson, well, it's wide receiver, so it's Allen Robinson. Let's see. Any other fantasy questions? You really want to hear my opinion on Derrick Henry or CMC? If you're in a PPR league, CMC is a no-brainer over Derrick Henry. It's not even close from a fantasy standpoint. But in a non-PPR league, Derrick Henry, it still would be CMC, but it'll be much closer. Wouldn't be mad if you took Derrick Henry number 1 overall. The big thing about Derrick Henry is that he doesn't get too many opportunities to catch ball passes out of the backfield. So in a full PPR league, CMC is the way to go there. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't trade Rodgers for Hurts. But that's your prerogative, bro. Kyler Murray. Mike Gesicki or Robert Tonyan. Give me Tonyan. That's fair if you want to put Gibson ahead of him. I don't, but you can put Gibson ahead of him because the bottom line is Saquon Barkley, when healthy, is a top 5 running back. But the problem is, the key is when healthy, right? Let's see here where we're at. I don't know who, dude. I think I'm gonna be honest, man. I think Tyson Williams is gonna get every opportunity to keep this starting job. Latavius might get some love. The running backfield in Baltimore is a mess anyway to begin with, if you want to keep it a buck. From that standpoint, I think they're going to give Tyson Williams every opportunity. But I think if he fails, I don't know if there's anybody worth having to start consistently. I think you might have a 3-headed monster. I mean, they have Le'Veon Bell, they got Latavius Murray. I think they got Devonta Freeman too. Like, they have a plethora of backs right now, and I'm just afraid. I'm afraid. Allen Robinson. Yes, you can start him. It's a shootout. You know he's healthy. You can start him. I wouldn't go no further than flex, though. That's just my opinion. What format? CMC. I'm not talking about the game here. It's fantasy only. Corey Davis or Lavicia Shenault. I love Corey Davis, man. Give me Corey Davis. I know what the wide receiver situation is with the Jets. I don't know what the wide receiver situation is in Jacksonville. There's like 3 or 4 guys. You don't know who's going to get the target share. I think I want to wait the Jacksonville situation out. So give me Corey Davis for this week. No. They said he's full go. I'm playing him. If you have him, you should play him. Rodgers. Problem is he doesn't get them. He doesn't get them. That's the problem. Derrick Henry, if Derrick Henry got 6 targets a game, he would be considered a top flight. He would be considered in the argument of being the number 1 running back in fantasy. But because he might only get like 2 to 3, he can't be ahead of Kamara, he can't be ahead of Dalvin, and he can't be ahead of CMC. Yeah, you should replace one of them with Darrell Henderson. I would probably replace Robbie with him for sure. Unless you're in that revenge game narrative game, which is fine too. I think when you're talking about season-long fantasy, I think starting 2 wide receivers from the same team is a risk every week. I think you should never do that unless you're the Chiefs. And even then you shouldn't do that unless you got Hill and Kelsey. Other than that, I don't know. I think as Panthers fans, we have this perception that we're going to have this high-powered offense. That ain't it, buddy. That's not what we're going to have. We're going to have a dink and dunk offense. So I don't know if it's wise to start DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. I would rather play Darrell Henderson instead of Robbie Anderson. Oh, I forgot about Bell. Yeah, they signed Bell too. It's a mess. It's not about them being a one-back team. I think it's about figuring out who's going to be that one guy. And Harbaugh already said that they're going to give Tyson Williams every opportunity to keep that starting job. So I'm gonna see what happens, take him by his word, and see what we go with it. Oh yeah, Trenton Canyon. Forgot about he's there too. Jesus. Let's see. I think that by the end of the season, Melvin Gordon won't be the starter anymore. That doesn't mean you drop Melvin Gordon. I just think you need to start thinking other options. I mean, I don't think I would. If I could avoid it, I wouldn't be a fan of starting either one of them. But I mean, that's more of a pan out type of situation. Melvin Gordon is the starter, and I think Javonte Williams is going to probably come in on passing downs. I think Melvin Gordon's probably going to take away the goal line carries. So if Javonte Williams is going to score, Javonte's going to have to score from the end zone. Like he's going to have to score from a long play or something like that. I think once they're in the red zone, that's Melvin Gordon time. I love Cook so much, man, but out of these three, I'm going to have to go with Lockett. Mike Davis or Julio Jones? Mike Davis. It's always Chase Edmonds season, but I think James Conner might take the goal line carries away, which is very bothersome. Logan Thomas or Alex Hooper? Logan Thomas by a mile. Levant Chenault look good, but I'm starting DJ Chark. I pray for you, bro. I'm not touching that Jacksonville situation with a long foot pole. I'm touching it in DFS because of their prices. And then you forget Marvin Jones Jr. is there too. No. Do not start Justin Jackson. Not today. Eckler's full go. Why would you start Justin Jackson? From a quarterback standpoint, I like the ones that are starting. So Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Fields. We don't know when he's going to get the starting job. Trey Lance is going to be a mess all season. I don't think Trey Lance is going to ever have the opportunity to start until it gets to the point where they're losing. And I don't think San Francisco's in this. I think San Francisco's going to be a good team this year. I don't know, man. Like the thing is, Derek is going to be dependent on the carries. Dalvin gets passes out of the backfield. Dalvin is in a different spectrum from that standpoint, in my opinion. I think CMC, Dalvin, Kamara is like one. Derrick Henry's like there, but he's not quite there because he doesn't get the passing. He doesn't get the catches. Corey Davis or DJ for flex? DJ. Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods? Robert Woods. No worries, bro. He's a sleeper, but the fine sleeper. I mean, this is week 1. I mean, are you really going to start Ryan Fitzpatrick on week 1? I agree they should trade him, but it ain't happening. Not yet, at least. Cooks was a top 20 fantasy receiver last year. It's week 1, guys. Don't worry about injuries now. If they're playing, they're playing. Swift. You got to start Eckler, man. It's week 1. You start your guys. Don't get cute. There's no reason to get cute in week 1. It's going to be a while, man. As long as they're winning, he's not going to take the job. But you don't know what the target share is going to be with Trevor Lawrence. Like, we're making all these assumptions. Just because they're going against the Texans doesn't mean anything. And I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I hope you guys aren't picking Jacksonville in y'all suicide pool. I hope y'all aren't. I think Houston's going to be better than what everybody's giving them credit for. Like, you guys are really being disrespectful to Houston. And I think Houston's going to be better. And I think that team is going to try to prove a point. Do I think they're going to be the going to make the playoffs? No. But I think they're going to be competitive all season. I think I don't think that head coach over there, Cully, is over there to just be a body. He's an RB2. David Montgomery's an RB2. Give me Deontay Johnson here. Deshaun Jackson still in the league? Yikes. Chase Claypool. They might win today. They might win today. It's a division game. They might win today. One coach has never coached in the NFL. The other coach has been in the NFL for over almost 30 years. They might win today. They might win today. I'll say it to you again. They might win today. Hopefully you're in my picks pool because they might win today. I just want to say that again for you, just for emphasis. Well, no, I mean, this happens every year, bro. Ronald Jones fumbles, Leonard Fournette takes over. I mean, we'll see. Keenan Allen. Mike Davis is RB2 flex today. I like Mike Davis a lot today against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm telling you, dude, they might win more than one game. They're not as bad as what we think they are. I watched them in the preseason. They're not that bad. Y'all gonna put some respect on Tyrod Taylor's name. Tyrod Taylor might be the most unluckiest quarterback in NFL history, bro. Go ahead and start Chuba. Let me know how that works out for you. By the way, man, I'm kidding. If you start Chuba, I want to be in your league and take your money. You got to tell me what your options are, man. That ain't going to tell me anything. I mean, Devonta Smith is probably like a flex play, maybe low end wide receiver too, but that's pushing it. But he's probably more of a flex play. I don't know. Not today, man. It's about your options. Donald might throw for 250. I think they're going to try to run the ball down their throats, personally. But I don't think they're going to be dependent on Donald to win this game. I think they're going to be dependent on CMC to win this game. All right, with those three, I would prefer Odell if he played, but we don't know if Odell's going to play. So you got to make your decision before that. So you got to go with Devonta Smith. Yes, that was a great trade for you. That was a great trade for you. Phenomenal trade for you. Jonathan Taylor is going to be a top 10 running back in fantasy this year. That was a great trade for you. You won that in. Because you don't know if OBJ's playing, you got to go with Deontay Johnson, bro. Remember, man, the Chiefs play the Browns at 4 o'clock today. So you got to make your decisions based on that. So you have to start asking yourself, I believe Pittsburgh plays at 1 o'clock. So you got to start asking yourself, is Deontay Johnson good? Like, if you make the decision to go with OBJ, who are you going to play instead of OBJ after 4 o'clock? That's the thing you have to think about right now. That's what you need to be focused on. So right now it's Deontay Johnson because we don't know if OBJ is playing today. I'm not trusting it today. The Bengals receivers I like, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Not touching Jamar Chase. I hope you guys didn't draft him high. I don't want to shave, man. At one point, I thought about not shaving until the pandemic's over. Good thing I decided against that. All right, Inactive should be up right now. So give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. See if I can find these inactives real quick. If you got a bench spot, you can save it for Deshaun Watson, but I don't think he's getting traded anytime soon, so it's just a waste of time. All right, week 1 inactives. Week 1 inactives. All right, let's see if there's any surprises. I don't think there's gonna be. But give me 1 second. See if I can share real quick. All right, let me see if I can pump this up a little bit. All right, so for the Cardinals, nothing surprising. For the Falcons, nothing surprising. For the Bills, nothing surprising. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, Zach. That means Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary might get more work this week. So yeah, Devin Singletary. That gets interesting right there. Zach Moss is inactive. Devin Singletary might get the work this week. Healthy stretch for Zachary Moss. So that means Devin Singletary gets interesting. But then again, they're going up against the Steelers. The Steelers always historically has had a pretty good run defense. So keep that in mind. But that's an interesting one. Bengals, nothing. Dallas, already played. Detroit, nothing. Indy, nothing. Vikings, nothing. Bucks, nothing. And they already played anyway. Washington, nothing. No surprises. Oh, poor Matt McCain. Aggie Prado. Gardner Minshew. See, Panthers ain't up here yet. Houston. Oh, that's interesting. No Anthony Miller, but he must be hurt. Like I said, they're just gonna enact this man about to get paid to do nothing. Shaw Smith inactive, guys. Shaw Smith inactive. Deontay Brown inactive. Phil Hoskins inactive. Darryl Johnson inactive. Clay Johnston inactive. Michael Jordan. Never thought you would hear this. Inactive. All right. What about the Jets? Jets ain't up here yet. Okay. All right. Let me go back to these questions. What's my final score for the game? I said 24-20 Panthers. I think it's going to be close, man. You might lose your money. I just want you to know that. You about to lose your money. He ain't throwing for 300 yards today. Matt Breida starting? I think I would go to Singletary route if you want to play with that running game, but I don't know, man. You haven't watched the preseason. CEH over Robbie Anderson. Yep, they said he was a go, so play him. If you got him, play him. I'm waiting for the Jets inactives because that's going to give me some other factors. Trey Sermon is inactive today, too. You know what that means? That's the Raheem Mostert show. But I like Raheem Mostert a lot today. So, yeah, I think he'll be closer to this than 300 yards. I think he's going to throw for about 250, but, you know. They got to. If they don't hold up, the Jets are going to beat us. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to set that to you. If our line can't hold up against their defensive line, which is actually pretty damn good, they're going to beat us today. I got Carolina winning, but hey, I've been watching, bro. You haven't. I'm waiting for them Jets inactives, man. They ain't pop up yet. There it goes. All right, Keelan Cole. Oh, and they don't have to put Crowder because Crowder's got the Rona, so they don't have to put Crowder. So Keelan Cole, he was questionable, so he's out. So it's going to be Corey Davis, Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore is in a lot of my lineups for DFS this week. It shouldn't be a close game, but I wouldn't be shocked if it is because we play down to our opponents. If the Jets win today, oh man, tomorrow's gonna be lit. Tomorrow's gonna be lit. Tomorrow will be lit. Tomorrow shall be lit. It will. It will be lit. I wouldn't play Elijah Moore over Corey Davis. I'm just saying for DFS, Elijah Moore is minimum salary. So he's going to probably get the target share of a wide receiver too for minimum salary. That's worth it to me. We still do, bro. You don't win. You don't lose 8 games by less than a touchdown if you don't. But no, Corey Davis over Elijah Moore in season long. But we in here, man. I'll give you guys about another 5 or 6 minutes to ask questions, then I'm gonna shut it down. Yeah, shot still hurt. I expected that inactive, so appreciate it, man. Man, if you ain't subscribed yet, make sure you sub to the channel. Teddy only had 4 1,000 all-purpose players on his team. Is that right? Did I say that right? Yep, he had 4. Yep, he had 4. He had 4. Just 4. By the way, only 2 teams last year had 3 wide receivers in the top 25 in fantasy football. Only 2 teams. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers. Nah, man, the game ain't on TV, so I'm not streaming. I'm heading to the bar right after this. That's why I got to go get me a good seat. I got to bring the kids with me, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I already mentioned the fact about Zach Moss being deactivated. I like Devin Singletary goes up a bit. Shouldn't be starting him anyway, but Pittsburgh is a rough defense, so do that at your own risk. But for daily fantasy, he's intriguing. I will say that. He's going to ball. He's going to dominate. He's going to dominate today. I'll be honest. Like, CMC is going to probably get over 100 yards, all-purpose yards today. Maybe closer to 150. We'll see. That ship is sailed, bro. If Sam's trash, we got to deal with it all year. Just remember that. I'm glad you're the voice of reason, Tyler. I'm glad you're the voice of reason. I stand by. I think the Broncos making the playoffs this year. Not a bad place to be. All right. We getting too involved with the game. Oh. Who did the Rams play today? I forgot. Who do the Rams play? They played the Bears. Give me the Rams. I will take the Rams there. Which 2 to start? OBJ, Corey Davis, Galladay, Callaway, TMJ. Love the content. Appreciate it, man. Oh man. OBJ. And actually, no. Corey Davis for sure. And Oh man, I like Denver's defense a lot. I don't know if Galle's going to get that much love this week. OBJ, but if OBJ's out, you can go to Callaway because 3 out of those 4 wide receivers play at 4:00. So definitely start Corey Davis for sure. Do not start TMJ. Have OBJ. Keep an eye on OBJ. If they talk about he might not play, he's going to be on a snap count or something to that effect, then you can pivot to Callaway. Pivot to Callaway. Like Corey Davis, OBJ, pivot to Callaway. Pay attention to the news. All right. Yeah, man, Sermon's out. So it's going to be the Raheem Mostert show. I saw that. Yo, where are these receptions coming from? So who's going to – Rob Money, since you got it all figured out. All right. I don't think – so where are these receptions coming from? Because TMJ at best is the 4th option in Carolina. Because it goes CMC, DJ, Robbie, and then maybe TMJ. But I agree. But I think Cleveland's going to be in a nice little shootout today for sure. All right, let me hit the chat because I got some chat. Noli asks, who would you go with at the flex? Corey Davis, Callaway, or Sutton? The Giants got James Bradbury. You remember him, right? So he's pretty good. So I'm going to go with Callaway. Well, I like Corey Davis here. But it's close with Callaway. If he loves TMJ so much, why doesn't he start? That means maybe 2 or 3 catches, bro. I mean, the ball can't go to everybody. He's 4th. Thank you. He's 4th. 4th. Oh, I'll watch. If you got so much faith in him, start him. Start him in your league. Let me know how it works out for you. All right, let me get ready, man. I guess I'll let you guys know what the attire is for the day. We are here with the JC Horn action. So this is what I'm gonna be wearing to the bar today. So the colors are terrible, but you know, the color it's the right blue, man. I know on the camera it doesn't look like it, but it's the right blue. So I'll play along. He might only have 25 pass attempts for the game. So if he only had maybe 30 if we're being nice. 10 of them are going to go to CMC. 8 or 9 of them are probably going to 8 will probably go to DJ Moore, and the other 7 or 8 probably will go to Robbie. Maybe 5, and then there'll probably be like 2 or 3 left over, and that's it. That's the list, bro. That's all of them. You say David Carr. If Sam Darnold ends up like David Carr, y'all gonna feel a certain type of way about it. I can promise you that. But all right, guys, I think I've had enough. Have a great Sunday, man. I'm looking forward to the Panthers win, and I will see you guys later. I hope we get like 3. We are playing a rookie quarterback, so I think the good thing is the fact that we're playing a rookie quarterback tells me that we're gonna be. Phil Snow should be able to get it in on him, to say the least. So, we're not that type of team, bro. That's why. I don't understand why people think We're that type of team. All right, let's put it to you this way. If you think we're going to blow out the Jets, we're not throwing the ball 40 times. That's not happening. That's not how we're going to blow out the Jets. If you guys think that we're going to blow out the Jets, we're not throwing the ball 40 times to do it. Aha. Yeah, look, man, I want to see what this defense truly looks like. I think the Jets are going to struggle offensively. The rookie is going to struggle, man. This is the first NFL game with live people, but I wouldn't be shocked. I think the defense for the Jets are going to be improved. So I'm curious to see how it goes. It ain't going to be necessary. Dude, if Sam only throws the ball 20 times, I wouldn't be shocked. And then y'all going to complain, why ain't throwing the ball more? He looks out like Teddy out there. And I'm going to be like, I told y'all he would. All right. So now, that is all I got. Don't start Zach Moss. Like everybody's telling me about Zach Moss. I've already talked about Zach. Hugo, I'm looking forward to seeing it this week, to be honest with you. I think folks got a false perception about bringing in Sam Darnold. I've said it all off season. I said it ever since we picked him up. Why would you take Sam Darnold? He's not a good deep passer. He's got the arm, but you got to be accurate. But all right, enough about that. We'll talk all about it tomorrow during the show. You guys have a good one. And always remember, keep pounding. Like and subscribe to the channel. Become a Patreon, patreon.com/PantherNationsPC. Go to Manscaped, get 20% off of free shipping using the code PNP. Go to mybookie.ag, and you get a nice little bonus for your gambling needs. And you guys have a good one.